Yes, people. Good night to you all. And let me welcome you to this another episode of the Saudichress Show. As customary, this is a Monday where we bring you sports or entertainment. Tonight's show, though, may be one of the shortest ever since I have started this podcast. It is where we're going to look at, you know, a team leading up to the Boys and Girls Championship. That is the Issa Grace Kennedy Boys and Girls Championship, the 2023 edition. Oh my God, what a spectacle this will be. You can imagine where we have Edwin Allen trying to retain their girls championship, and on the boys side, the one KC, of course, looking strong to retain their championship as well, people. And as you know, as customer, will have a guest. We're still waiting for the guest, and so you would have actually seen who, and also looking forward to our guest tonight. He will be here shortly. This is the night before champ, so everybody kind of busy, and I will tell you, we don't have a lot of time, people. So you'd better get in very, very soon, and of course, to get your say of what will happen, of your say, what you believe, who will take the 2023 edition of the Boys and Girls Championship. I believe, as I've said many times, I believe Elwin Allen, and I'm also tip JC to overthrow KC this year. That's just my feeling, though. Who knows? That's just, and I'm not really a betting man, so if needs be, I can change my own views. I have a right to change my views, right? Just like everybody else. So still sticking out though, on that part. So we'll hear what our coach tonight will say. And of course, he's Christopher Harley, the coach of the Vere Technical girls team. People, you see, I'm telling you, this is no little coach, This is a tough coach. This is a coach who have seen the championship already. Unfortunately, not the girls' championship. But I must say to you, this man has coached a prominent high school to the boys' championship before. Which school do you believe? Let me hold that for you for a little while, and you will learn which school this man has coached. The person in the track and field era, the coaches, the real fans, especially those who follow boys and girls championship, will have an idea. I will not just have an idea, but will know which team this man has coached, right? But that's how it is, and we'll try our very best. He's there. I spoke to him not so long ago, but I'm telling you, people, it's very hard now to get people to really get on the show, especially looking at the track and field season, where boys and girls championship actually starting tomorrow. But as we're still waiting, and we'll continue to wait, but we just want to take a look, though, people, at tomorrow's events. We want to look at the one events, coming through for the Boys and Girls Championship. It has been, oh my God, where I get this date from. Today is what date again? March. Wow, day one. I wonder if I have this correct, but I will go through. This is something that I have, and I do stand for correction if this is not the right one, people, but I'm looking out. And if anybody else out there who have it, any coach watching, and I said, people, as soon as you come in, you say your piece, let me acknowledge you. And of course, hit the like button as soon as you come in. All right. Again, remember, it won't be a long show, and we don't have our guests for a very long time tonight. So let's see what happens as we move towards this interview tonight. All right. Hold on. For some reason, it's not opening. Oh my God. Hold on a second, people. Let me try my best to get through to Mr. Harley. But in the meantime, I will just place the.
Hello?
Sir Harley.
Yeah, man.
Yes, sir. You're
For
not.
some reason, I try to open this link you sent me, but it's not opening at all. I don't know why.
You're using your phone?
Yeah, man.
Oh. All right. Let me try.
Yeah,
Let me
my
try.
phone I'm using, so I don't have anything else to use at the moment.
I'm gonna send it again, and see if it
All right.
makes any difference. Just 1 second. Let me try it again. All right. So Mr. Harley is having a technical problem. So let's see if I can get him back on. Send him the link again. I'll try. If not, we'll do an audio interview because time is of essence, right? All right. So I just want to post the schedule of the 2023 so you could look through it and hopefully this is the right one, people, because I tried my best to obtain it. Hold on, it's not seeing it either. Okay, so that is all right, people. So that is the on screen. We have the schedule for day one. And all right, hold on. Okay, all right. So until we get Mr. Harley in, we'll just look at the schedule for day one tomorrow. And it says at 9 a.m. people. Yes, at 9 a.m. the first event for girls class 3 at 9 a.m. 1500 meters. And those are the prelim people. All right. So again, 9:20 1500 meters for the boys class 3. And those are prelims. All events for tomorrow are preliminary events, right? So that's where it is, and I hope tomorrow also after the break you will have the opening ceremony. All right, but for now I won't be reading. I guess all of us know if you makes no sense. I read all of what is on screen. All right, so that's where it is. So giving Mr. Harley a few more minutes if he's joined, and what I'll do if not, we'll just take the audio, you know, from Mr. Harley. You know, as I said, he's in camp now trying to deal with his team last minute preparation, whether it is has to do with meals or gear, whatever it is, So let's we see what happens. All right, so that's it, people. That's the schedule. By then, you should gone through the very first part. So after the break at 2 p.m., for those persons who will have to go to work and may have a chance to get to the champs rather for tomorrow. After the break, it will break at 12:53 and they're scheduled to return at 2:20 p.m. with the long jump prelim again for boys. All right. So at 6:50, not 6:55, but round about 6 o'clock, about there 6:10, the opening ceremony. They will have the opening ceremony for boys and girls championship 2023. All right, people. The one thing though, I am so much um as a fan, and don't get me wrong now, people. Listen to me carefully. As a fan, I am not so satisfied. I am not so satisfied, people, with the fact that the 100-meter finals, the 100-meter finals will be on day two. But this has started, and maybe um, I'll ask Mr. Harley to give us a little. explanation, or to see what he believes has given rise to that plan. So at 5 p.m., 5:12 p.m. on Wednesday, we'll have the semi-finals of the 100-meter dash, or dashes, girls and boys respectively. All right. So it seems like my phone is. Ah boy. So he's having technical issues. So let's see what we can get out of him from here.
Hello?
All right. So you say your phone not taking it up. What's
Right, because each time I put it in, it said, tell me so the phone blocking the signal that I said I'm not getting on.
oh
It's not allowing me to access it.
okay. Well, so I don't know. We probably could have an audio interview then. You mind?
Ever?
You don't mind? We probably could just do it over the phone as is right now.
Oh, yeah, man, that's fine with me.
All right, no problem, no problem. So, unfortunately, people, we won't
Alright,
have Mr. Harley, the big
okay.
coach. Well,
Let's hold on. Let me finish the interview on telephone, yeah?
no problem, no problem. All right.
Yes,
So,
sir.
yes, sir. Let me say a pleasant good night to you. Welcome to the Saudichress show. The Saudichress show on YouTube. This is the channel that brings you sports, entertainment, and education. Welcome, Mr. Christopher Harley, a well-known coach by this in the track and field sport in Jamaica. Good
Yeah, man,
night
thank
and
you very much.
welcome, sir.
Thank you very much.
Okay. Mr. Harley, I mean, I know time is against us and we really want to get through this very fast. People, I hope you do understand, but that's the nature of thing. Mr. Harley, just in short, everything has to be short tonight. Can you give us a brief profile of Christopher Harley?
Well, good night to all. Good night to all. My name is Christopher Harley, presently coach of Vere Technical. Um, I've been in sport as a coach for a number of years. I originally started my track and field coaching career at Wolmer's Boys. Been there for a number of years until we finally win champs in 2010. That was, I can say, one of the most highlighted moment of my life as a coach. And it was like the 100 champs and a break of a long drought for Wolmer's. So it was an exciting moment for me.
So I can imagine, Sir Harley, it must have been, and being at what would I say, one of those elite schools out there in Kingston. So, how long did you spend at Hulmaz?
Uh, number of years now. I believe if I can guess right, at least 18 years.
Wow,
Yeah, man.
that's really good. 18 long years, and at least you have made it there, sir. But
It was a long time, but at least I can have something to show for it.
okay, that's so good. Now you are at Vere Technical High School, one of the girls' championship, the longest, I think, not running street, but maybe yes, and also the school with the most championship, over 20 championship, I believe. What is it like now? How is it like right now? For Vere Technical being out of the championship running for so long. It is this season a pressure
Well,
season for Coach Harley?
well, in at such a school with such such quality and winning great champs so many years, it's always going to be a challenge for any coach that walks through the gate of great technical. To it even is to do something spectacular, or just to showcase something for not just the school, but for the past students and the whole school community at large. So there's always something that you know that you have to showcase something. But at present, the technical has been through a lot where the team is concerned over the year and a number of things that happen. So for the school and the team to be in the position that it's at right now. And I'm hoping that from here on it can grow. Because that's all it needs is a chance to grow. Because not getting that chance to grow because of the nature of how things have been happening there over the number of years.
Okay, I can imagine. And, you know, they always say that, things may be for long, but not forever. And, you were there for a long time as the champions, and now you are also out for a long time, hoping that you will be coming back to the Supremacy soon. But looking on, sir, I will ask you about your chances. I know you will sort of play that down to somewhat. I was looking on Central Championship though, as it relates to the results or the performance of Central Champions or the Central Championship. What? How do you see your chances going into the to this year's Boys and Girls Championship? Not necessarily, for winning, but we always go for win. But what are your chances like for this year championship?
You know, last year was basically a start for me. I must honestly tell you that over the years of my coaching, I'm always coaching boys. So this is indeed a new chapter of my life, responsible for girls and not just the boys. So it was a challenge for me like to start. And this year, I honestly put in some work, and what I'm expecting from this year's team is to do better than last year's team. Um, in respect to central champs, we know we also have athletes that compete there who may not eligible to compete at the champs this year. So, but nevertheless, for those who can, I did extremely well, and proud of a lot of the kids to showcase themselves in that way, even though the team is a very young one. Going into the championship, I expect the kids to rise to the occasion. We have a lot of nervous kids, going to the championship like this for the first time.
Yes.
So we really, really have to be behind them just to make them know that it'll be okay, Just go out there and do every day at training,
Yes.
and even better, so that you can do well, not just for your but for your family and everyone who supports you in your development. So to the kids, go out there and the challenge that is there, not just to go there and represent themselves, just to go there and represent the brand there,
Okay.
knowing they're an institution with such a prestige caliber, and hope that they can live up to the task.
Okay, very good. That's so true. What is the size of your team, the complement of your team this year?
Well, for the girls, we have a number of 40 girls coming up. We don't have a big team, so there's about 40 girls coming up,
Okay.
and a very small number of boys. So each year, like I said, the team is growing, and I expect nothing less than for it to get better and grow as we go along. And I'm sure come next year, all being well, we'll just leave it in the hands of the Father that this team and we'll able anything that we have here right now.
Coach, in terms of the events, I'm sure even though you might not be a serious contender to overthrow overthrown this adrenaline team. But what are the events are that you think you will be on the medal podium for this season, coach? Yes.
Hello?
Yes, I'm here. Can you hear me? Did you hear the question?
I'm hearing you. I'm hearing you.
Yes.
Can you repeat?
Yes, I ask you, even though you're not serious contenders, so to speak, for championship, what are the events that you believe you will be on the medal count for this year?
Well, there is a few girls I can look forward to my class 3 400, class 3 400, class one high jump. Yes, class 3 1 high jump. Um, we have a very good contender also in the class 3 high jump. Um, class 3 100 meter.
Okay. I'm
Class 3 4x1.
wow.
And if I may say,
Yes.
over the years I've been at champs. I've learned that there's going to always be surprises, disappointments, and all those good things. So those good things prepare you for anything to come. So I always like to be positive though while I'm at it and hope for the best results. As I said earlier, knowing that sometimes these kids are young and the nerves can get the better of them, you always hope that nothing goes wrong.
True.
So in most cases, I never try to quote my ex before it's hatched.
Nice, nice. And I understand because the sport of track and field can be very, very, um,
It can be brutal. It can be brutal.
you know. So, but that's it. But yes, coach, those events. Who may I say? I mean, which of your girls is the one that Jamaica and the world could look forward to participating in this year girls championship?
Here's how this great team is like. I don't really have a one standout. I mean, the
Okay,
number girls which playing so far, and and I tell you, based on how it is going, and man can just go and showcase very well if their minds in the right places. And but if I may say, I have a young Brianna Oliver who won the class 300 at Central Champs, and as we all know, Central Champs is the toughest group than of the West Carpet here championship we have. So to come up victory in Central region, it's a big thing, and I think I can really showcase ourselves well at this championship in that event.
coach. One of the things that I have noticed over the years with boys and girls championship, the fact that you may have some, what would I say, the persons who you are looking forward to, or should I say, at we all know Adrenaline and Heidels are probably the two teams in the girls' championship who people believe there will be a ding dong battle or so. But of course, as you may mention, anything can happen on the day. And so,
Right.
even so, we are expecting, and I am expecting that Vere Technical would, be the spoiler in some events, so to speak. Maybe you
And,
don't want
and,
to put it that way.
and we want to do that, We really want to do that because that will says a lot for us. And in the light of this happening, it will motivate these girls and will able to make our job as coaches a little easier for the future, having these girls competing champs 2024.
Yes, so good, nice, nice. Coach, you have been out there right through the development meets, and you would have recognized the athletes and the schools that are really pushing and so on. There's this question I want to ask you, and I hope you won't shy away from it really. But your predictions, your predictions, coach, for the first. And since you are coaching a girls' team, first let me ask you, what do you think will take this year's boys' championship?
Boys,
Yes, for the boys.
oh, this one is, I mean, I've been, watching some of the meets and see what's going on, and many schools are basically coming out and showcasing on some persons near when especially if there are more than one meets, you won't get a chance to see everybody because they're splitting up the team to different areas. So you won't get a chance sometimes to see the real strength of the team because that different this and the event that they have.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but if I may say, the Kingston College looking like the team to beat
Okay.
this year, but yes, as we all know, Calabar is in the rebuilding like myself, and hopefully that they can get it back together soon. The team really to really put up some fight. Because this year I think it will be Jamaica College.
Wow. Okay, so you're saying that KC will take it. They will retain their championship.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Honestly,
The coveted one now, sir, for you. The girls' championship.
well, interestingly, Central Sam was very interested. I mean, at one point, I thought we would have a new winner. So Omar was showcasing himself extremely well.
Mm-hmm.
And for a moment, I said, what is this going to be a spoiler? And but I guess they showed their hands very early and black apart. They didn't have the depth to keep it going.
Yes.
No, would even wonder. I mean, Edwin didn't lose by a half a point or 1 point, if I get my memory serves me right.
Right.
And it was not that's not enough to give either the cup, the trophy over Edwin this year. And I know that a lot me have go a lot of different central champs because some persons who get a chance to run at champs get a chance to run at central champs. I don't know just to showcase what is to come next year. So I know the coach of Edinburgh must have some plans up in sleeve coming championship. I think we'll give them the edge.
Edinburgh have the
Um,
edge.
yes, ma'am.
But what are the thing, coach, that I recognize myself that the team that wins central champs over the years, or many years now, seems to come out the winner at the girls' championship. You're saying to me that half a point is not good enough to take that history going forward.
African can win champs, but at boys and girls champs, so they can go in boys and girls championship with a half a point win to win both, you know. So I don't um those two teams and play. But as I said, I will still give Eddie Allen that win and I hope that and not wrong.
A good choice there. For my predictions, I had Edwin Allen to win by about 12 points and JC to overturn KC on the boys' side. That's just my prediction. Not
Yes,
never really got a chance to see all the teams or all the meets, but based on results, I figure that
mhm.
something will happen.
Well, what is always good is competition, and once we can always see a different winner coming out, it's always make the meet more interesting.
Truth.
And so, even though it's nice to defend your title, understand me, and what is always good to show that other schools are doing their homework and coming out and represent, you know, and especially for the fact that once say all a certain school always win champs and win champs by big numbers, but other schools come out and represent themselves well. We have to give a look up to those the coaches who come out and make the chances a little more interesting by finding athletes who can come out and showcase themselves.
That is so true. That is so true, coach. Coach, I must say, I thank you very much for for you to present yourself here with us tonight. Unfortunately, we were not able to come in a live video conference, but we know the technology goes, and I'm happy to get this form of interaction with you. Nevertheless, we just have a few people here just giving you a shout out. We have in the chat here, Miss Ali, good night, Saudi, and good night, Coach. You know, RR is also bigging up the guests from the and the Saudichress show. So I know you're busy. I know just the eve of the championship and you have a lot to do tonight, so I won't hold you much longer. But again, thank you. If there's any
Yeah.
final words you want to say to the fans, to the athletes, to the parents of your technical high school as you go along.
Let me say, with respect to the listeners and all those who send their respect to the program, and I'm pleased to be a part of the program. Thanks for inviting me. So that I get the opportunity to do it the right way next time.
Yes, man.
Let me say thanks to all who make this possible, the whole Vere Tech families, principal, teachers, parents, guardians, each and every one, friends, past students. Don't not to forget the ones who really stood by us and make sure that they're contributing somewhere and some form. I know it could have been a better, and we hope that it will get better. But I would like to say though, to all those who was a part of their come out and support the girls, even before we get to this part, because without a good foundation, you can't build. So we need your help before we get to this point, because that is when it matters most, when we build a proper foundation to grow on. And right now, that's what we're trying to do, get back to your foundation so we can get back to where there was in the past. Nevertheless, I may say it may be a different breed of kids we have to deal with now than then, but nevertheless, it's not just at here, it's all around. So once we can get you on board to come and support here the way it was supported before, we're sure we can get back to where we were. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. And all the Vere Technical High School supporters, I urge you to put all that you have with this team and the coach because it's a Clarendon thing. We're all Caledonians. Let me let this one clear. I want to see
Yep.
more competition coming out of Clarendon, ladies and gentlemen. Again, sir, thank you very much, and I wish you all the best for the championship. I will reach out to you during the championship. Hopefully, things will be better, and so we can have another interview. Thank you very much, and all the best again to you and your team.
You're welcome, sir. Thank you too.
All right, good, good. Thanks. So that, ladies and gentlemen, that's Mr. Christopher Harley, the coach of the Vere Technical High School, the female team per se. And unfortunately, he is in camp now on the eve of this championship. And so, that's how things are. And he's having an issue. trying to use his phone to connect, but somehow the phone is blocking or it has been blocked based on the message that he got. So, that's how it is. And we have to just accept what we get. We're really happy to have him. We hope that you heard, hope that he was able to provide much needed information. Looking forward to the chances for Vere Technical High School. And so, greetings, my very good friends and big fan, Mr. Lee, of course, and also our class monitor, RR himself, just a thief away a little part of work. Vere Tech, the iconic school in sports, that is so true. RR. People, Vere Technical, if my calculations serves me right, Vere Technical has won 23 championship. Yes, 23 championship. It was surprising to me when I look at I think I had some information, but what surprised me really is the fact that they had so many championship. They were winning girls championship between 1979 through to was it 2000? 19, no, not 2000, not 2000. But let me see. They were winning this championship for the long run, 1979 to 1993. 15 consecutive years RR. You see why you are the monitor? 15 consecutive years. The closest to that is Homewood Technical, was won 9 consecutive years, followed by the champions, Edwin Allen, who have gone 8. So Edwin Allen this year has a thing to settle. They need to go 9 straight to equal Edwin Allen. Homewood rather. But 15 straight years between 1979, where I doubt if RR was born, between 1979 and 1993, Vere Technical has the championship. They again won it between with 2000, 2001, and 2003. No, 2001 and 2002. 2002 rather was the very last year they have won it. So while Veer had 23 years, yes, let me double check it. 23 and 3, wow, also not so. 15 and 3, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23 years, I believe. They have now out of the championship for almost 20 years. A matter of fact, 21 years now. So if they don't win it this year, it has been 21 years since they have not won girls championship. Very interesting statistics. RR saying I think the past students need to do more in terms of what RR. What expectations do you have for the past students? Or should I say what is it you're expected the past students to do? The truth of the matter, yes, we can say that, but I want you to zoom in and to tell me what is it. Merlin, Diane, Vernica, oh, Aileen Bailey. They are stars, some of the greatest track athletes that Jamaica has actually seen, females, in yesteryears, put it that way. But I would think it very hard to believe that the Merlins, the Dian, the Vernica, and the Aileen have not put forward some proposal or, give additional assistance, whether it want to be psychological, mental, physical or even financial, which I believe many of us always crying out for. So yes, they need to do more. Let's see what happened. They are pioneers, I can imagine. Yes, they are. The most Olympians come from Vere Tech. Vere Tech is a big school, very big school. Vere technical athletes always, a matter of fact, they had the most records that ran at champs. Hmm. So, not too sure really what sort of help is needed. Is there AstroTurf there? I think not. Never heard of it. Sorry about. Never heard if there's a turf there at all. So maybe that's a help they need. RR. While the AstroTurf is very important, but while they were winning champs, they never had one. The teams that also won after them, they still don't have a turf. So maybe after turf, a turf now would have probably give a little bragging rights or a little. It would have been upgrading, yes. It's an upgrade. It would have been an upgrade, a good upgrade for any school to have a turf, a Astra. The chat that is the chat that people really want to get going. But saying that to say, that's the nature of it. That's the nature of it. There's a bit of statistics that I want to share with you tonight. And remember, we won't be going for too much longer. The pilot school for a rural school. You mean Veer should be the pilot school? I think they have the facilities to take that turf there. At Edunalin, because not sure Edunalin has that facility to take on a truck and a trap at Astra turf. Mm-mm. I really don't think so. It's a well, maybe you could very well put Astra there. I'm not too sure, but Edunalin is now find their footings as it relates to football. So let's see how that works. Homewood don't have that facility. Don't think the size of the field. Look at the Calabar, the JC and KC. Yes, RR, but they have the facilities to host track and field, football, cricket. Unfortunately, some schools don't. Vera, I think, have that though. It's a very good, big size area that Vera has. But there are some very interesting statistics that I really didn't know until recent time doing my research. RR, could you or anybody here watching in the chat, could anybody tell us or tell me which school won the first girls and boys championship? Can anybody tell me that? First girls and boys championship. As I said to you, listen me carefully. I have learned that recently. Fear can accommodate that. Adrenaline borrow it weekly. Two planes in Jamaica. Vere Plain and St. Elizabeth. Why? So are you saying that we have plain on Vere? A matter of fact, you're right. There are so many um sporting facilities down that side. Stush School. Which of the school is this Stush School? RR? St. Hughes or Queens? You think they are the ones that won the first girls champs? No, not at all. It was a head top guesstimate. A rural school, man. It's a rural school. And you'd be surprised. Let me tell you. St. Hilda's High School. That was in 1957. 1957, St. Hilda's High School, they won the championship. To be honest with you, in recent time, I don't think I've been hearing St. Hilda's High names being called often as it relates to track and field. If there is so, please let me know. I want to learn these things. I need to know them. But they have won the first championship where girls are concerned in 1957. 1957 people. Again, can anybody say, I want to look at this too. Manchester High School has won girls championship 3 times. RR, talk to me. You would have remembered the popular year that they have won. Mhm. But Manchester High would have won the championship in 1994. That's the time that most of us would have even remember. Dallas Harris, Sadi and the crew, blessings. Bless up yourself, Dallas. Maximum respect. Just doing a little drill here because we have about 10 minutes left on this show tonight. Yes. But the truth is, Manchester High would have won the championship in 1961 and they came back in 1994 and 1995. We need a mini stadium in Clarendon. Listen, we think Clarendon can hold a decent stadium. I wouldn't be going for a mini stadium, it doesn't make sense to me. Not when we have so much at stake, so many very good competitive schools and also competitive clubs in Clarendon. So, yes, I believe you. We need a stadium, but I would say not a mini. I definitely would go for a regular stadium. Yes. What you say about that? Instead of a mini stadium, a real stadium, something like the National Stadium. We can host that. Took it from Vere, Diego Manchester. Anyhow, St. Andrew High won it in 1962. So that is when the first town school win it. All right, 1962. But there's a cause for concern as it relates to those topics, their stats. Was girls and boys championship then? Was it a here-to-here spectacular when they just start? But we just want to look at the other rural schools that have won the championship compared with those in the city or the township. So Titchfield, they won it twice, back to back, in 1963 and also 1964. R. What more the parish need to prove? I don't know, sir. I guess what we need is proper governance. We need from top to bottom, and then we will get, you know, a level of understanding our semblances. Oh Lord, we don't want to go to Vernon Field, you know. I would leave Vernon Field alone. But yes, man, a proper stadium cut down some of the cane fields or cane piece. I want to tell us the cane piece are going down very, very fast. Yes, they are. So let's continue. Manning's High. I don't know where they put man. You know, there's a thing about it, you know. And my very good friend, um, Arville, always talk about the Manning schools. It's not Manning's High. So the Manning schools or Manning's High, whichever way. So people, if you feel that I am disrespecting the name of your school by saying Manning's High, I beg your pardon. But Manning's High won it in 1965, 1966, and 1969. Deal Dunga Thompson, big up yourself, my boss. Yes. Just looking at some statistics, people. Just some statistics. And, leading up to the girls and boys championship, few hours time. Just a few hours time, people. The championship will start. And really, it's fitting for me. It's really fitting for me to look at, you know, the history of the championship. So again, we said that Manning's won it 65, 66, and 69. So they won it in the 60s. Listen now, the school that we just highlighted, Vere Technical High School, people, as you know, then was technical. So I don't want to get into the politics of the technical versus the high school. So I'm going to leave that alone. Because maybe, you could question that one of the reasons why they would have won so many titles because they were able to have athletes doing a longer period at school. But that's just politics right now. Leave it at that. Very technical. Won it in 1967 and 68. Good. They also went on to win 1974. That was a special year. 1975, and then a break. They went on to win again in 1979. The 1979 victory would have propelled them to win for 15 years straight. You can imagine that. That is the longest winning streak for any school in girls' championship. Very technical. Yes. The home of then Merlin Otti. Yes, their names. Veronica Campbell, think Sonia Richards, the Turners, a whole heap of them, a whole lot of Olympians would have passed through Vere Technical High School. Then you know why they have been winning for so long. I wonder if my own institution can match that up. What you think? Dale, can our institution go to win the championship for 15 years? Because if we make it to 15, I don't think nothing will ever stop us from going to 16. The resources that would have actually needs. Hmm? Oh my God, this look like a winning streak that will never be broken in Jamaica, though. I really can't see it. A matter of fact, people, based on how track and field, especially the boys and girls championship, has evolved, I am not sure after this, if and when Edwin Allen give up the title or loan it out. I don't think any other school, including Edwin Allen, will win it for any 5 or 6 years straight anytime. I think we are now at a stage where the level of competition, the competitiveness of schools and the programs that are in the schools, not sure any one team will have another strong run or long run like what we are seeing now with Edwin Allen. What we have seen before with Homewood, and more so, that record that we have heard or seen with Vere. That may be something to think about. How many Olympians in that era? You mean the 70s era? A whole lot, man. Michael McDonald, yo, he was from here as well. Yes, man. Where's the we can? Yes, we can. We need more scholarship and sponsors from the past student and PIBA. Listen me, make me let this clear, I'm gonna tell you this. You need to join this PIBA group. If you have not yet been a member of PIBA, I wonder if Messam is watching or listening. Mr. Dallas Harris, the chairman, is here. You need to go into PIBA Bass. But I must say to you though, while PIBA may assist, listen me, while PIBA may be able to assist, PIBA primary role or responsibilities lies with the football program at Tedunalin. Alright, RR? While we'll help along with whatever other disciplines there is. Look football. That's what PIBA is about. But we hope that we could do it. It's one school. We're popped down because the athletes never put back. Mm, mm. If you have that data or information, this is interesting. But are you saying that Edwin Allen and Homewood, who decided to go and overthrow Vere, there were athletes who have come back to the institution, who have put back into the institution? That doesn't sound right. That doesn't sound right. I am not saying that athletes have not put back. No. Yes. No, hold on. Eileen Bailey. Was she from Vere though? I'm not even, it's all long. I'm not too sure, but something just clicked me, people. But yes, it's important for them to put back. People can call out the runners them. Now, man, I can tell you, Edwin never track and field foundation. No, that's doing wonders. I think it's a very small organization in terms of number of people, but they are doing wonders. Maybe they earn more money than people. If we make them a thing or two. I'll be calling out on the Track and Field Foundation for adrenaline after champs. Put something into Peeba's coffee so we can push the football up. Wow! You have some people in that boat group, and I don't want to call them out tonight, but, it's interesting. Yes, so that 15-year run for Veer, it's a very incredible winning streak. And I don't think at all, if I tell you that Adrenaline will do it, I'll be lying. I don't think Adrenaline will ever reach 15 straight. And I don't think there's any other school out there to try that. Anybody to try it, it must be Edwin because they are running now. But such is the nature of it. So in 1993, we lost the championship and was not overtaken immediately, but they came back in 2000, 2001, and 2002. After 2002, people, after the 2002 championship, Veer is yet to taste victory again. Veer is yet to take victory in the ISA schoolgirls because I don't want to say ISA Grace Kennedy now, you know. You don't remember when the Grace Kennedy thing came about, but ISA for sure. So, yes, they have not tasted victory since 2002. To date, 21 years since we have not won the championship. People, there's a thing that says things may be for long, but not forever. So Veer ruled for a very long time. The most championship with 23. The longest winning streak with 15. But there are now a very long winless winning streak. No, 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 no. That does sound right. They are on a very long winless streak. 21 years. Unexpected. And I'm sure Coach Harley, Coach Harley, and the entire Vere Technical Foundation, the school, and all other stakeholders will be getting there. Yes, will be getting there. He spoke that he has a very young team. But right now most team have young team. When you look at Edwin Allen, Heidel, those two teams, and forgive me if I don't call other names. These are the two teams that have, outstanding number of athletes, people, for many different events. But those teams, and these are the reasons why the Edwin and the Homewoods, even the Veer, were able to win for such a long time. Were able to put those long 8 and 9 winning streaks together because they always have youngsters coming up. The program there is. All right? So you're saying to me that me sure never hear Merlin Attis scholarship. Aileen Bailey scholarship. Wow. You have a point. It may be there. Let's get some information. Franco was a great headmaster. I think Veer went, what is this? Went burn water after he retired. Oh, okay, okay, I get to know. Yes, Ben Francis, the great man. He was a great man for true. Great principal, great leader. So, but he must have had a staff, a coaching staff, with him who would have assisted, who would have carried out the mandate, yes, of what he desired. Yeah, man. So most teams have young team. That is true. Everybody team young. We'll see what happen come Saturday. The younger of the youngest. Which team will win? Your bet or your guess is as good as mine. Young team. Wow. Every team younger. I would say most school have young team. Oh my. Very interesting. Very, very interesting. So let's see what happens next week, Saturday. Is no, not next week, but the end of this week, Saturday, which is the 1st of April. Not a very good day to talk sports. Not a very good day to give information in Jamaica, people. I'm not gonna say why. We all know. Excelsior was the second school in the urban area to win the championship. They won it 1970 to 1973. So they did 4 years 70, 71, 72, 73. Wow. People, not too sure what happened there. Yes. But in 1976, again, you notice we're skipping about here. We just want to look at the schools. We want to look at the schools. In 1976, St. Mary's High. Oh my, and I didn't get a chance. I never know that before. I must tell you the truth, it's just last week I was doing, a little bit of background thing and these information came up. But we had the coach of St. Mary High on set. Was it last week? Coach Williams. Very young coach, dynamic coach. And he has been doing some very good work out here in St. Mary. He has what, 7 Eastern Championship. Yes, winning streak, seventh year winning streak with St. Mary High. So they won it 1976 and 1977. People, you notice something, you notice a sort of trend with some of these schools. They win the championship back to back. Yes. And then that's it. 1976 and 1977 St. Mary won another rural school. Yes. But the Queen School would have won in 1978. This is the third school now in the rural area to win the girls' championship, people. So all of those years going back, we're talking about were rural schools. Isn't that lovely? Isn't that there's something that we ought to look into? We probably need to have this level of discussion to say, why is it rural schools dominated girls' championship? On the flip side, though, it is the urban schools who dominated boys' championship. But, but, there's a but. I don't know if I should go into the but now. But since I mentioned that, the boys, the schools who win boys championship in rural area, in the rural area, are all boys school. No, on the other side, for the rural schools who win or who won the championship, the girls championship, only St. Hilda's is an all girls school. So I can say all the others except St. Hilda's were co-ed schools. Clarendon College also get a bite of the cherry. We come into that. We're going here when they win. We don't reach Clarendon College yet because they only get one. Now St. Jago people. St. Jago also have a very good win, you know. They win it, I think, 4 years. So St. Jago, 1996 to 1999. That's 4 years. But you know what happened? I am of a different view right now. Look at this. Not me head, you know. Look. Sorry about that. But what I'm gonna say to you now, Saint Jago. I am unable to classify Saint Jago if Saint Jago is a rural school or a town school. Yes, I know most of you will come out and say rural because Spanish Town is not town. But you know what happened? Let me bring you closer now. Saint Jago, classified as town school in Issa. I'm telling you. However, based on their central location, they are stated in central Jamaica. So central Jamaica this time. So we'll have to just take them as country school then. So town school still out of it. But St. Jago always be a very competitive school in girls champion. They are so competitive that there are some years that you'd have believed they would have won. Yes, St. Jago was the team that was giving Homewood a run for their money, in those 8 years before Edwin Allen decided to take the mantle. Vere also always giving a run. But I believe St. Jago, based on their prowess, based on their program, should have one more championship. But that's the competitive nature. Now, this is where the championship gets interested, people. In 2003, yes, in 2003, Homewood, Homewood won the championship. My God. Homewood won the championship since 2003 to 2011. That's 9 consecutive years. RR. Where's the St. Catherine split rural and urban? I tell you, I believe there are some part of St. Catherine would have seen as urban and some part as rural. Yes? So fine with me. So Homewood lost the title in 2012. Who beat them? Which school was so brave to beat Homewood in 2012? The Blues. The real Blues. The Edwin Allen High School. Their first championship after knocking the door for a long time. Would have defeated Homewood Technical in 2012. But you know what makes it interesting? It seems like the Edwin Allen coach, teaching staff, the school, the fans were celebrating for one entire year and never realized that they had to compete the following year. So Homewood came back in 2013 and took back their championship. That was a laugh. I was really embarrassed. I would believe we would have lost. But knowing Coach Dyke then and now has tasted victory, he would have now be able to prepare a team successfully. and not just preparing them successfully, people, but in an effort to get them back into winning ways. So in 2014, listen me now, and I want me I count on my little finger now. Me I count on my fingers. 2014, 2015, 2016, 2017, 2018, 2019. Yes. No 2020. Good. So 21, 22. How much that? Talk to me again. That's 8 years. You want to count with me again? 2014, 2015, 2016, 2017, 2018, 2019. That is 6 years straight. There is none in 2020, but 2021, 2022, 8 years straight. Edwin Allen has taken this championship. So from 2014, Edwin Allen has not lost the championship. So they need to win this year to make it 9 years straight, people. 9 years. Hello, somebody help me here. RR, what you say about that? It was coming with so many second places. Why we not even remember say we come second. They already know they come second. The second them never work out, but we love what go on. Right now we're happy. So let us stay happy. So if they win this year, I am sure they will equal the great Homewood run. Now I just want to this won't take long. So that is the girls. Yeah? And again, from all of those championships, all of those years that girls championship has been staged. Based on the records and the data that I have here, only three schools from the corporate area, only three, would have won the championship. And of course, they are St. Andrew High, Excelsior High, and the Queen schools. No other team from the urban. But on the boys' side, though, people, on the boys' side, in 1910, so you see that level of disparity with those of the girls' championship. In 1910, I guess the boys' championship used to stage first and only. In 1910, Wolmers won the championship. So they won 1910, 1915, 1927, 1939, 1941, 1956. And the last time they won was 12 or 13 years ago in 2010. But this Wolmers team was unable to put back to back winning. They have never won it back to back. And who coached Wolmers the very last time they won? The very same coach we had earlier, Mr. Christopher Harley. He was the coach of Wolmers that won the champs 100th celebration, 100 year of existence. So they have an history. The coach, big up yourself again, Coach Harley. You have a history. So like everybody else, expecting you to do much better and do well in the future at Vere Tech. But Jamaica College people, and we want to count this now. We can't count so calculate so good. So we're going to count on the finger. Jamaica College has won the championship 1911. So that's the second championship. 1913, 1916, 1981, something, all right here. 19, that one, all right. So it's 1916, 1918, 1919. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1921, 1923, 1928, 1940, 1952, 59, and then long time before they ever get it back in. They were on a drought, people. Jamaica College, after winning the boys' championship in 1959, never tasted victory again until 1991. That looks like, what's that now? Two, one from, let me count it. Two and five from eight. Wow, 32 years. Oh, so this not right. 59 to 91. 32 years. Drought. What you say to me? 1910. Scouting began in Jamaica by Lord Baden Powell at Woolmazai. RR. Where you get them information from, man? So they win with a bag of boy scout. RR. Me I tell you, youth, you need to come for the program, Trust me, you need to be live on this program. You need to co-host one of this show. You have too much information to just working in the chat. I'm telling you this, and I'm telling everybody. So you're saying that Jamaica College was in the parish of Saint Anne then? You mean when it just started, or is it during the time of the drought? I must when it just start. So when did they move to Kingston RR? Please furnish me with that information. So I was saying that 1959, after winning that title, there was a drought of 32 years to 1991. And so 1991, they bounced back. 1992, give up 93, 1994 and 1995 again. Then leave, come back 1988 and 99. And when was the last time they won? When was the last time, people? JC won the title. Don't forget they win in 2011. But they have won not so long ago. All right? Not so long ago, people. Hold on a second. Yes, sorry about that. All right, so yes, but Kingston College. It's a very interesting one for Kingston College too. Kingston College people. 1942, 1950, 1951, 1953, 1954, 1957, 1962, 1975, 1979, 1980, 1983, 2001, 2000 to 2006. That's 6 or 7 years. 2009, and then they return for another long stint. All right. So when you look at those trends, again, all we are looking at, people, so far is country school, is town school. Calabar has won 1930 way up, way up. The last time Calabar won was 2017. Yes, I think they won 2017. But I just want to cut that people. Listen to me good. And again, RR could back me up here. Jamaica College relocated to the city in Michael Manley time. Michael Manley ran up to 1994 in a bus. 95. So you have to tell me when he was at school. Just let me know, man. Give me some more detailed stats. All right. So, San Diego people won the boys' champs in 1993. This is where I got lost now, you know. Yes, this is where I got lost. As it relates to boys' championship, we have Hulma's Jamaica College. Yes, Hulma's Jamaica College, Kingston College, Calabar, and San Diego. Those are the teams who have won the championship. Those are the teams that would have won the championship. So, very few teams, very few schools won boys' championship. But just goes to say that Jago is the only school in the mix who we could say was a rural champion. Yes? And from all the other schools that have won, all the other schools that have won this boys' championship are all boys' school, as I mentioned before, all of them. So these are some statistics, people, that we really want to look into and we want to share. This has been the Saudichress Show. I want to say thank you for you, all of you who joined tonight. Not a lot, but I'm sure that the others will catch on and to watch this episode. I want to thank Coach and Christopher Harley, who was unable to join us live in a video format, but he joined us audio via WhatsApp. We want to thank him. Thank him for his input in tonight's show. I want to send my sincere wishes to the Vere Technical High School team. I hope they will participate to the best of their abilities this year, and may God continue to bless them. I want to wish all the schools, ladies and gentlemen, who will be participating in this year's Boys and Girls Championship, all the best. I want to wish them all the best. But you know where my heart is. I want to wish Edwin Allen a successful 9-year winning streak. Blessings to you all, people. And of course, God bless you. This is where we leave you. This has been the Saudichress Show. My name is Kevin Wittig, the host, producer, and owner of the Saudichress YouTube channel. Hope to see you on Wednesday, where we talk education. We will have it three the hard way. People, education has been a little rocky these days in Jamaica. More so on the side of the teachers. The teachers have it a very rough month of March. As I may say, it may very well be a very well timed situation, not just by the government, not just by JTA, but also by our teachers. The year 2023, not the financial year, but the calendar year 2019, the calendar year 2023 has been very rough for our teachers in Jamaica. So on Wednesday, we will be into the factors, digging deeper into the factors of what would have caused such a terrible year so far. So join us on Wednesday, again, another episode where we look at education, more so on the factors that affected our teachers. Have a good night, ladies and gentlemen. See you